I didn't really think that through, did I? I didn't really think that through. Welcome back to March Payne's Midlife Dolly Crisis. I apologise for how I look, and I apologise for this intro, which is going to look really rough, almost as rough as I look. So, today we're going to be unboxing this doll here. This is a Lottie doll, which my husband actually gave me for Christmas, so it's obviously about time that she came out of the box. For those of you who don't know, and I didn't actually know this either until I got her, she is actually an Irish doll because she was designed with love in Donegal. So it's quite fitting that I get to open her here in Dublin, which is, for those who don't know, where I live, despite my accent. I was aware of Lottie because I've kind of seen her around a bit, and she seemed to be quite an interesting doll, but obviously she was aimed more at younger children. She was less of a fashion doll and more of a kind of a sort of a proper play doll that children could play with. There's lots of different versions of Lottie. There's boy, well, not boy Lotties, but there's boy dolls as well in the series. And yeah, she's got sort of different clothes, different styles. There's other versions of Lottie with different names, which I obviously don't know because I would be telling you that, but there definitely are, and there might be some coming up in later unboxings. But yeah, so this one is a Rockabilly Lottie, and my husband got me this one because he knows I like kind of the vintage look, and I really like the sort of whole Rockabilly look and stuff like that. So she seemed like the perfect doll to get me. So I'm really looking forward to opening her. So please join me for that. Okay, so here is our Lottie doll in her packaging. So the packaging is quite cute. It's like a little carry box, so you've got like a handle on the top. There's obviously still plastic here, but the majority of this can probably be recycled because I think it is just cardboard really. So this is the front of the box. So obviously we've got lots of things that actually relate to the Rockabilly sort of look. So we've got musical notes here. Whoops, there we go. We've got musical notes here. We've got this, which is kind of like the whole sort of spotted sort of handkerchiefs, really, I suppose. You know, kind of like the hair ties and things like that. And at the bottom, we've got a record there, and we've also got a keyboard image there. At the side, we've got a jukebox there. And then on the very back, we have got an image of the doll, or at least an artistic impression of what the doll looks like. We've also got a little thing here. This Lottie belongs to, and then you can fill the name in. So presumably they expect you to keep the packaging so you can maybe carry her around in it, which is kind of a cute idea. And then there's an image down the bottom of a few different ones you can get. So you can also get like a boy one. I think he's called Finn. There might be a few boys, I'm not actually sure. There's a tagline here, be bold, be brave, be you, which is very much part of the whole ethos of Lottie. Oops, there we go. You can see it now. There it is. The whole ethos of the doll is that it is a doll for children. It's meant to represent what children actually look like. It's meant to inspire them as well. One of the things I read was that the Lottie doll was the first doll in space because an astronaut actually took a Lottie doll with them to space. So there's a big drive of getting children interested in ecology and also science and stuff like that, which is great, obviously. So all that remains really is to get the doll open and have a look at her. So we've got these little round sticky tape things here. They do just come off, so that's quite good. They're a bit similar to the ones on the Cindy doll, to be honest, but they're a bit smaller. I'm hoping there's not going to be tags and stuff in the back of her head, but you never actually know, do you? So I think that is everything.
depending on how you want to open her, because basically I think the top opens, if I want to rip it, it would be a bad sign to begin with. Yeah, so the top just slides open there, and she can come out. Ah, maybe she can't. Maybe you have to... There is some tape on the bottom. Let me get rid of that as well, and then we'll get her out properly. Okay, I'm back. Let's have a very quick look at this. This was a little like pamphlet that was inside the doll. So there's kind of like a checklist there. There's a lot of different Lotties. There are actually loads. So it's basically various different Lotties dressed in different outfits and stuff like that. I can't remember the names of all of them. Basically, the different versions of Lottie have different names. So I think you can probably check online and see what they are. But yeah, so there's lots of different Lotties there dressed in different outfits with different kind of subject matter, I guess, as well. Loyal Companion. Now, I want to say, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this one at all, but basically she's an astronaut and she has a dog with her. I think that is the one that went to space, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they then made that doll after she went to space, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm just a mine of information, really, aren't I? The back here will show there's some sort of like dress-up kit things there. There's a tent and there's a tree house. There's stables. And then there are some horses as well there, because obviously kids do love horses. So the Lottie pictured here has blonde hair, although I think officially Lottie is the brunette. So there's that. So let's get rid of that there. So I took the sticky tabs off the back of the flap, and that's come up. But there was some on the bottom here. So I think you can maybe pull her out from the bottom. Again, I don't really want to rip it. Not that I tend to keep the boxes, but... Okay, so there we go. She's kind of slipped out. So we'll say goodbye to that now, and we'll come to the doll here. So, she's wearing a lot of stuff. So the only sort of separate item is these, which is a pair of glasses, which obviously we'll have a look at her in as well. I'm not really sure. I think she has got tags on her, but not... I think ones you can literally just cut off. So, let's get the handy pair of scissors here, and let's give it a bit of a snip. Oh, I think it's literally going to be cutting two things, and hopefully not cutting her hair, because that would be awful. They don't make this easy, do they? I wonder if... Okay, there we go. And I think I've managed to avoid cutting her hair. So she had one of those clear plastic band things on her head, because she does have a fringe. I do kind of like dolls with fringes. You don't really get a lot of Barbies with fringes. I'm going to say that and then there'll be like 10 different examples. But I can't think of any Barbies that have them. I'm sure there must be at least a few. Anyway, there she is. She's out. Let's take little glasses out as well, and then we'll have a look at her with all of her different things. So here are the little glasses, which I hope you can see. So they are basically a bit like cat's eye ones. I do really like them. I do really love dolls with glasses as well, I have to be honest. And they are plastic, and they do have a clear section in the middle, so you'll be able to see her eyes through it. So let's have a look at the girl herself. So obviously she's a lot smaller than a typical doll. I've got a Cindy hat here. Everything's falling down. Great. Brilliant. Disaster. Okay. So, this is Sweet Treat Cindy. So obviously she is a lot smaller than... Oh, cutting her head off there. Obviously she's a lot smaller than kind of the average size doll. But I guess that makes her sort of nice for kids to be able to hold themselves and, you know, just pop in a bag or whatever when they're going out and just kind of take the doll around with them. So obviously she is wearing this red bow in her hair, which is very kind of rockabilly. It's on, I think it's on elastic. So I think this part is elastic here, and then there's the bow there, which sort of matches the elastic colour there. She's wearing one of those very sort of like vintage looking sort of varsity jackets there. So it's made from, I think this part is felt actually, and then this is a sort of a pleather material on the sleeves. There's the piping on the cuffs there, and again we've got that all the way round there. There's no fastenings on it, so it can't be fastened up, but that's fine. We've got an L on the front there for Lottie, and then we've got two sort of faux pockets there, which are just kind of represented with a white line. Let's have a look on the back. So the back has got the motto, be bold, be brave, be you, which obviously is part of the whole Lottie ethos. So that's good that that's on there. Let's take this off and see what is underneath. So she's got a long sleeve t-shirt on. That has pink sleeves. And we've got a sort of a baby pink musical note on her chest there. We've then got this, which is a bit sort of ballerina-y, but again, it kind of goes with the whole rockabilly thing of having like a big sort of circle skirt on. So that is that, and that is a blue, and it's double layered. She's wearing, I'm guessing these are leggings, aren't they? So there's kind of stripy leggings. They are red and pink and white. And it's kind of nice that she comes with kind of a layered outfit, because you could take the skirt off, she could be wearing the leggings and that, or, you know, you can take this off and use it on a different doll or whatever. So you do get a little bit more here going on. She's also wearing sneakers, which I always think of as quite retro, and obviously, you know, the whole rockabilly look goes with that as well. I kind of think of them as 50s. I'm guessing that before the 50s, things like this would have been worn mainly for sort of sport, and it was sort of the 50s that made them much more sort of fashionable, and, you know, the kind of the choice of shoes for young people. So, articulation wise, so her head will basically just go back and forth. She's quite stiff actually, her neck is quite stiff. So her head will just go back and forth. There's no tilt or anything there, which is okay. It would be nice to have a tilt, I think, but I guess the more articulation, the more problems that you might have, especially if children are playing quite roughly with them. And although I imagine children are not playing roughly with a doll, you know, accidents happen and you never know. So yeah, so her neck will basically just turn from left to right. Her arms do come out and they do go back and forth, but there's no other joint there. There's no joint on the elbow or anything like that. There's nothing on the wrist either. That's kind of okay. I mean, that is basically what you would get on a basic Barbie, really. And on some of the colour reveal ones, you don't even get them coming out. They basically will just go back and forth. So there's nothing on, there's no waist or anything that will move. Her legs do move sort of outwards, but you can also move them inwards, and obviously they go back and forth. But again, with the whole leg articulation, that is kind of what you would expect from a basic Barbie as well. Again, there's nothing on the knee, so nothing is bending. There's nothing on the ankle either. She is basically just the 5 points, really. So head, shoulders, and hips, which, you know, I guess for the age range that these are actually aimed at, that sort of articulation is fine, really. And they're quite, she feels quite sturdy. She's not, I don't think she's hollow in any way. Maybe she is. I don't know, she feels quite heavy. She doesn't feel like a cheap doll, I suppose, is what I'm saying. she feels quite substantial. So that's pretty good. And from reviews that I did see, you know, parents kind of mention that she can kind of just go in and out of bags, and, you know, she's a working doll in a way that, you know, you don't have to be precious with her. The hair is a little bit greasy, I think. Rooting wise, I think we're pretty good. I can't really fault that. And as I say, I do like the little fringe as well. I think that is quite cute. Let's actually put her glasses on and see what she looks like with those on. It's actually a little bit difficult because she's got this hairband thing on. I did wonder if she had ears at one point because I couldn't see any, but they are actually just behind where the band is. So maybe if I move the band out the way a little... Oh, good, it's come off. Great. Never mind. I'm sure that can go back on. That's fine. Let's get the glasses on and then we can have a quick look at that. There we go. The glasses are really cute on her. As I said before, I do really like dolls with glasses. And there's something a bit, I don't know, they almost look a bit Sailor Moon to me. So yeah, I am actually really pleased with her. When I opened her on Christmas Day, I was actually pleasantly surprised because I think my husband knew that I did kind of like the idea of a Lottie doll, but I didn't own any. So he was kind of thinking outside the box. That's kind of nice, and it's nice that he at least got me a doll, even if it was not one that was on the wish list. But yeah, so what do you think of Lottie? Do you own any yourself? Would you consider getting any? I know she's aimed at young children, but she is very cute, and you do, at least with this one, you get quite a lot of stuff with her. And obviously you can buy things as well, sort of accessories and things like that. But yeah, let me know what you think of her down in the comments below. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it. Please share the video if you know anyone else that would enjoy this kind of stuff. And please subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, so end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon. So from me and from Miss Lottie here, bye, bye, bye.